Hello, loves. Welcome in to your timeless mythos reading with Soulfire Tarot. I have a message for you from Spirit. That message today comes from Avalokiteśvara, the Bodhisattva of Compassion. Here today is the Temperance card. And the message is to transform your pain into purpose. Let compassion build a bridge between your heart and the world. We are going to get into that. If you're new here, I am Christina. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad you are here. To get cozy, stay a spell, okay? I'm a doctor of Chinese medicine and an intuitive channel. We're here every day weaving together archetypal myths and legends from around the world alongside modern intuition to help bring you a dose of clarity, some divine guidance for your healing journey. This is a channeled general reading for my subscribers. I do want to say, if you have found it today and clicked on it, that does mean there is a message from Spirit here for you. So listen on in until you get it. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Go ahead so Spirit will tune into your frequency specifically in future channelings. Because this is a group message, not every single part is going to be for every single person. Don't take that to heart. Just take the energy that is for you and leave the rest. It's for someone else. When something here does land, and does resonate, please like the reading to claim that energy. You got to claim it if you want it. All right. Go ahead and maybe post a comment to help others see themselves reflected in your growth journey. I am reading and replying to comments as well. That's a way to connect right in with me. Remember, loves, we're making a circle here. We are all in this together. Wherever you are in the world, we're here on our growth journey together. I'm just going to finish through this shuffle in case there's one more card. I do want to let you know this is actually my third go at this reading. I completely recorded what I thought was an absolutely beautiful reading, and I can't get it off the recording software. Actually, it was this direction, I believe. I could not get it off the recording software at all, so we had to start back over. And then the second time through, the recording wasn't taking, and so now here we are with our third attempt. And so this really bridges right in with this idea of temperance and transforming what is challenging into a bridge between our heart and the world. This is the story, and the energy that I'm channeling for you today is Avalokiteśvara, the Bodhisattva of Infinite Compassion. Now, this Bodhisattva was a being who saw the world and saw that beings everywhere were suffering, and went to the former Buddhas, to those who had become enlightened and escaped sort of the cycle of suffering, and asked them, what can I do about this? And was told, what you need to do in this case is to find yourself in yourself, a heart of compassion, a well of compassion and love that never runs dry. So you will bring your compassion and love to all beings and help them escape suffering. And Avalokiteśvara undertook this task and worked for many, 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 many years, but saw that actually suffering had only grown because they were but one and the beings of the universe were infinite. With this, his heart broke. And with that breaking heart, his being shattered, and he re-arose with 11 arms, 10 of which were the face of compassion, and one of which did have the face of wrath, because sometimes we need tough love. Sometimes we need to release that inner anger in order to escape our suffering. Now, what's very interesting about Avalokiteśvara, this being has been many, many beings throughout time, male, female, young, old. Indeed, this being went from India, where they originated, over to China and became one of the Taoist immortals there, Guan Yin, the goddess of healing, compassion, and mercy, who is one of the patron goddesses of my clinical space at Soulfire Medicine. So we see here this notion of balancing through compassion, how we can transform our pain, our suffering, our sorrows into service, how we can alchemize our opposites, our most challenging experiences into wholeness. coming back to that message for today, to turn your pain into purpose and let compassion build a bridge between your heart and the world. The Temperance card traditionally is going to have to do with both with healing, but with harmony, with synthesis, with finding that balance, equilibrium, and internal alchemy. Avalokiteśvara as Temperance in this tarot of the divine really represents the still point. That space right in the center, the Vesica Pisces, where love and discernment can merge together. This isn't really neutrality as Temperance. This is active grace, where we consciously and intentionally are blending the energies of heaven and earth together, which in Chinese medicine we say is actually what humanity is. We are the point where heaven and earth meet, where the heart and mind meet, where self and the collective meet together. So this is about integration. This is about listening, healing the fractures both inside us and around us through the power of our presence, not through pushing or forcing. And this idea of active grace, this idea of building a bridge between my heart and the world, when we've been through the most difficult experiences, when we've had betrayals, when we've had disappointments, when we've had overwhelming experiences that may have involved cruelty, that may have involved otherment, it's very natural, it's completely normal that we're going to guard our heart for a period of time. We're going to feel like the world is not safe for my tender heart. I need to close myself off to heal. And that is a natural, normal, and even healthy part of the healing process. This is an invitation at this point, though, to say, you have done enough of that. It is okay. Wounding does not have to close us off forever. In fact, it can do the opposite. It can break us open to the love and potential within ourselves and in our connection to the world. Coming back to this message, turn your pain into purpose. Let compassion build a bridge between your heart and the world. So how can we look at this idea that compassion is our highest form of alchemy? That it's the power that is going to turn our pain into wisdom, that is going to let us move from this illusion of separation in our pain into wholeness as part of something much larger than ourselves. And so we have here, I love this card was in the first reading also, the 3 of Pentacles in the upright and the 8 of Pentacles in the upright came in face up, and then we have 2 mystery cards that came out face down today. So starting with these 2, the 3 of Pentacles really is encouraging us, and you see here these characters, they're building this beautiful wall hanging, and they're doing it together. It needs all 3 of them. This is really looking at the energy of coming together in collaboration in order to create something more beautiful with others than we could do on our own. Then we see our 8 of Pentacles energy coming in. Here we're looking at mastery through practice, mastery through repetition, through developing ourselves by apprenticing ourselves, both to those who are more accomplished, but also to the task at hand. There's a level of discipleship here, and disciple meaning to discipline myself by submitting myself to a larger goal, to a larger purpose. When we consider the idea of post-traumatic growth, of growing as an individual, not because of what happened. I'm never going to say, oh, this happened in order to make you into this, bigger, better thing. But we do have opportunity when we're not in control of what has occurred. We have the opportunity afterward to transmute, to transform that experience, to take what has been most painful, most shattering in our life, just as Avalokiteśvara did, just as Guan Yin did, to take this example of saying, I can let the wound be the place that cracked me open, that opened my heart to feel the suffering of others, to have compassion for them and for myself. I can allow that, and I have to keep practicing at it. It's not the most natural thing. It simultaneously is and it isn't. It's not what we're taught from birth. It's not what we're acculturated to. right? It requires a stepping outside of our attachments. My attachment to how I want things to be, how I want people to be, ideas about what exactly is right and wrong and what does that mean, who's good enough and who's not, including myself. If I can release my attachment to these ideas and bring my heart of great compassion into the world, I can alleviate my own suffering and that of others. And this is that turning my pain into purpose, letting that compassion for just the difficulty of being alive, of being a human, of the many challenging experiences we all have, even if only because we're in a body, which is of itself a sort of indignity and a sort of grief, isn't it? There's nothing dignified about having a body. Letting that be a bridge that builds between your heart and the world. And let's see what these cards are here. Interesting. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in the upright. Do you see how many pentacles there are here? This is pentacle, pentacle, pentacle. This earth energy, this grounding energy, and this slow energy. Pentacles isn't about go out and make one quick change. It is about the mastery and the building that comes from everyday resilience, from continuing to submit to, I don't want to say submit, I don't like that, to disciple ourselves, right? To discipline ourselves into this apprenticeship. And maybe that's more the word I'm looking for, to apprentice ourselves into this temperance, into this compassion, this opening of my heart over and over, even when I might be tempted to close it. And so we see here with the 5 of Swords in reverse, this is a person just stuck inside the battle in their own mind when it is upright. When we see it in the reverse, we're seeing here this allowing ourselves to release, even to make amends with our past pain, with our past resentments, to let go of the habitual way of thinking, even of the habitual challenge. I don't like what this person is doing. I'm going to fight with them about it. I'm going to make that sharp comment. I'm going to hold these judgments in my mind about this situation or this person and what it means about them. We can let that go. We can open our heart with the spirit of compassion and release this 5 of Swords, this conflict energy, this, especially this resentment toward the past. And I really think this is a huge piece of what this is, because we have these pains in the past, and it is so hard as part of this journey to say, I have the opportunity to let go, to truly let go. And letting go, it's not a push, it's not a big energy, it's this simple, loves. It's this simple, just opening your hands. Let it go. It's not here anymore. It did happen in the past. You have the opportunity to harvest from that spirit growth, to harvest from that life growth, to harvest from that character growth, and to harvest from that greater compassion for yourself and others, which leads you into this 9 of Pentacles energy. This is abundance. This is luxury, but also self-sufficiency. I fill my own cup. I build my own world. I am responsible for my own heart, for my own spirit. And that is what is going to enable me to bring this compassion forward to others. And I'm going to use my little cat tarot here. I'm just curious if there's any further clarification as we look at this opportunity to embody this compassion energy, because I mean, we hear about this all the time, right? Everyone talks about this all the time. Oh, fill yourself with love. Oh, the wound is the place where the light enters, says Rumi. And I'm saying this a little lightheartedly, but it can feel really frustrating, can't it, when you're stuck in it? That this is just, the continual message. So what's the advice, especially around, I think, letting go? Oop, oh, that flew across the room. I'll grab it, don't worry. Letting go of this 5 of Swords energy. Now, how interesting. We're going to do one more shuffle. I'm asking about letting go of the 5 of Swords energy, and what came out but the 5 of Swords again. So now this is sideways. Okay, yeah, we have the Chariot here. And I can't, the one that fell on the floor is It's face down, so I can't see what it is. We're just going to finish this little shuffle, and then I'm going to grab that baby, and we'll see what it was. Okay, here I go. I'm diving under the table. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Who are you, little friends? Okay. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the Chariot and the 5 Swords. So we're looking at harnessing, when we see the Chariot energy, we're really seeing using the power of our will to get us where we want to go. It doesn't mean it's easy, okay? It doesn't mean it's easy. We have to keep coming back to it over and over. This 8 of Pentacles energy, right? Brings us back over and over to apprentice ourselves to this intention. I'm not feeling open-hearted right now. I'm feeling contractive rather than expansive. Is it actually the other person's fault? Like, who rules the domain of my spiritual kingdom? This is about using my will with an intention to go to a specific place, okay? So we are going to harness our will in order to be exactly where we want. And you see this beautiful little cat. She's just where she wants to be, right in the armchair where someone else would like to sit. This gives us the five of Swords sideways. So we're clarifying the 5 of Swords in reverse with the 5 of Swords sideways. Be stubborn. Be stubborn, okay? It is worth it. You have to be more stubborn than your past patterns. You have to be more stubborn than your past resentments. And that is going to lead you, that is going to bridge over to the 10 of Cups. And 10 of Cups energy is just this beautiful abundance. This is harmony. I mean, you see this baby says, oh my gosh, look at all these cups I can be eating, right? And so there's this divine love, blissful relationships, and alignment in my life. And so really, when it comes to letting go of the past resentments, there's not one magic switch that you flip and it's just suddenly done. It's a conscious intention to reapproach over and over. I'm going to continue using my tools. I'm going to continue tapping on this. I'm going to continue going for walks in nature and letting it remove some of the stress hormones from my body. I am determined that I am going to become a more open, more realized person as a result of my life experiences, not the other way around, because I am in charge of my soul's journey, because I want to be here in a certain way in this lifetime. So I am going to apprentice myself to that. I am going to disciple myself to that energy and be stubborn about it. Look at how stubborn this little face is. Look at the stubbornness of these little cats with their backs turned to each other. And he is like, I am not giving in for anything. Look at that face. Be stubborn about it to get to what you want, to get to this 10 of Cups, this bliss and this harmony energy. And step into your power, says the Moonology deck. So this knowing that even when we've had trauma, even when we've had overwhelming experiences and circumstances, our soul is infinitely powerful. Your soul is infinitely powerful. You have the control over your soul's direction. No one else ever does. All they can do is convince you of that. They can't actually take it. You can cede your power to others, but when you choose to step into your power, when you take radical responsibility for your own thoughts, for your own actions, for the way that you are willing to show up in the world, even or especially when you are in pain. When you do that, everything around you changes because you understand fully the role of your mind, heart, and spirit together as one being. And you can embody this spirit message of the day. Turn your pain into power and let compassion turn your pain into purpose. Turn your pain into purpose and power, apparently. And let compassion build a bridge between your heart and the world. I so hope this has been helpful for you, loves. If anything here resonated, please do go ahead, drop a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I love you very much, and I will see you in the next video.